Hi, I'm Stephanie Brown James, Democratic strategist.
Hi, I'm Jay Shabrea, Republican strategist.
Mr. Trump put Mr. Stone on the speakerphone. Mr. Stone told Mr. Trump that he had just gotten off the phone with Julian Assange, and that Mr. Assange told Mr. Stone that within a couple of days, there would be a massive dump of emails that would damage Hillary Clinton's campaign. Mr. Trump responded by stating to the effect, "Wouldn't that be great?"
This was a real pivotal moment in the testimony today because two things. One, it shows that President Trump has a pattern of not telling the truth. When he gave his interview to the New York Times, where he said that he had no knowledge about the WikiLeaks, that shows that he is not telling the truth, according to Cohen. And then number two, Roger Stone is currently awaiting trial now. And so this has just far-reaching implications, and I think it really was a cornerstone of Cohen's testimony today.
There's no doubt that that is going to be a PR nightmare for the Trump administration. But the question is going to be, was there collusion? Does it rise to that level? And what you're going to find out in the coming days, in the coming weeks, is with Adam Schiff's investigation, with the Mueller investigation, if they'll answer that question.
How long did you work in the White House?
I never worked in the White House.
That's the point, isn't it, Mr. Cohen?
No, sir.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not, sir.
You wanted to work in the White House.
No, sir.
You didn't get brought to the dance.
Sir.
And now?
I was extremely proud to be personal attorney to the President of the United States of America. I did not want to go to the White House.
One of the highlights of the testimony today was when Jim Jordan pressed Michael Cohen about his desire to have a White House job, and Michael Cohen said no. Now, it was widely reported at the time that Michael Cohen desperately wanted Donald Trump's approval, desperately wanted to be in the White House, and for me, I don't quite understand why he wouldn't just deflect and say, yeah, I wanted one, but you know, it didn't happen, but my testimony is still accurate. However, he continued to persist on this, and this is going to be a theme that you're going to see from Republicans throughout all of these testimonies. Define the witnesses.
Yes, I think it's important to ask the question of what Cohen's motivation is giving this testimony. But look, this man has already said that his life has been turned upside down. He is preparing to go to prison. I'm sure at this point, which is what he said actually, is that he wants to have a time to tell his truth, to, I'm sure, save face with his children, with his family members, and be able to stand up for what's right and be able to tell the American people what he knows to be fact about President Trump.
All I wanted to say is I just find it interesting, sir, that between yourself and your colleagues, that not one question so far since I'm here has been asked about President Trump. That's actually why I thought I was coming today. Not to confess the mistakes that I've made. I've already done that.
You really have to wonder, why does it seem like, or why is it that the Republicans are choosing to protect President Trump and not wanting to get clarity on so many issues and problems that seem to be surrounding this president? Why are they trying to protect him? What are they trying to hide?
What the Republicans displayed today was tremendous message discipline. Define Michael Cohen for who he is, someone that has already lied to Congress and can't be credible. This is a den of thieves. It's very easy to do with all these witnesses because they're all flawed witnesses. And I think Democrats even acknowledge that today.
When was the last communication with President Trump or someone acting on his behalf?
I don't have the specific date, but it was a while ago.
And what did he or his agent communicate to you?
Unfortunately, this topic is actually something that's being investigated right now by the Southern District of New York, and I've been asked by them not to discuss and not to talk about these issues.
The most important parts of today's testimony were the things that Michael Cohen didn't say when he was talking about other investigations and other criminal acts by Donald Trump. Now, there was not a lot of news broken today, just people confirming what they had already thought on both sides. But that part right there, that's going to be the nightmare for the Trump administration in terms of what is Robert Mueller looking at and what is he going to come out with in his findings.
The fact that there may be more criminal activity that is uncovered through this investigation, I think is really jarring for President Trump. After today's testimony by Cohen, a lot of people are going to have questions about his validity, about the things that he said. But here's the thing to remember. This man worked in one of the closest capacity anyone could work for a person for 10 years. He was his personal attorney for 10 years. And so there is a lot of information that he knows that he's privy to where he should be taken seriously.
Look, I think the real losers today continue to be the American people, because this is not the way things should be in Washington, but they've been too long and it's kind of degenerated into this. And there's truly grandstanding on both sides. Republicans will say that Democrats are wasting taxpayers' time, and Democrats are saying that Republicans aren't trying to find the truth. This is just a really, really sad day for America, and it continues to be.